Good morning and welcome in. So this has been the topic of the past, say 3 weeks. We're learning that the new Omicron variant is spreading fast, and President Biden will speak today on the plan to fight it.
And our Washington, D.C. correspondent Joe St. George, he joins us now live from the nation's capital with an in-depth look at what's to come. Joe, good morning. What can we expect to hear from President Biden? Will there be any new restrictions coming up?
You know, I think the people waking up with us in Corpus Christi this morning need to know that this is going to be a speech about new resources for states that are hardest hit as opposed to new restrictions. And what do we mean by that? The president's expected to use the military doctors and military nurses, get them on standby throughout January and February. They will go to hospitals that are the hardest hit. A White House official response team will go to the states that are impacted the most. 9 states are on the list this morning to get resources first. I think the biggest change, though, is going to be at-home testing. The president is offering up a plan today, announcing the federal government has purchased hundreds of millions of at-home tests that people will be able in January to go online, those who want them, and request one for free. Right now there's a lot of frustration that their local pharmacy doesn't have the test, or perhaps the at-home test at their local pharmacy is a bit too expensive. So that's the big change here. Guys, I want to remind you, if we can just pull up that graphic one more time, of where things stand when it comes to vaccinated individuals, boosted individuals, and those who are unvaccinated. And we know, people watching us this morning, there are some who remain unvaccinated, but the numbers are clear. If you are vaccinated, if you are boosted, you are exponentially less likely to get COVID, and more importantly, you're exponentially less likely to die as a result of the variant. Just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean you're 100% guaranteed you won't get the virus, but all the data, all the science says the symptoms will exponentially likely be mild compared to those who are unvaccinated.
Thank you very much, Joe. There's another issue that revolves around the Build Back Better legislation. Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia spoke out against this over the weekend. Do you know if President Biden has a backup plan, and could some of the bill be passed in a separate bill?
Well, Senate Democrats are going to be meeting tonight, virtual Zoom meeting, if you will, to discuss the path forward on this legislation. The reality is that it's stalled and that the bill that passed the House of Representatives is not going to pass the United States Senate. Senator Joe Manchin has made that abundantly clear. There is some optimism, depending on who you ask on Capitol Hill, that perhaps the parts of the bill that Senator Manchin actually likes could be crafted in a way in the new year that they could pass that piece of legislation. But there remains a lot of frustration in the direction of the moderate Democrat from Democrats here in Washington and around the country, certainly Democrats in Texas who are frustrated that expanded child tax credit is not going out in January because this bill has not become a law. It's back to the old child tax credits. But remember, there's also plenty of conservatives and plenty of Republicans in Texas who got their Christmas wish a bit early with the Democratic senator from West Virginia speaking out against this bill. So again, depending on who you ask, what happens next, we'll get more details a little bit later today after Senate Democrats meet regarding the path forward.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for your time today. We hope you get everything on your Christmas wish list. Happy holidays.
Yes.
Same to you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much.